Have you ever paused amidst the incessant whirlwind of routine and realized there's a silent weight resting on your shoulders, a density that doesn't align with your true essence, as if you were carrying invisible baggage you never agreed to transport? Perhaps you've felt, upon entering certain environments or after specific conversations, that your vitality was suddenly drained, leaving a trail of mental exhaustion and a tightness in your chest that human logic cannot explain, but which your soul immediately recognizes as a vibrational dissonance. It is crucial that you understand here and now that this feeling of depletion is not a figment of your imagination, nor a sign of weakness in your character, but rather a clear symptom that your energy field, being naturally empathetic and receptive, has absorbed static, fears, and anxieties that float in the collective atmosphere and do not belong to your story. You have arrived at this moment not by a twist of fate or superficial curiosity, but because your own spiritual structure emitted an alert signal, a silent plea for help that was heard in the higher octaves of light, attracting the magnetic and transformative presence of Master Saint Germain close to you. At this very instant, as my words find their way to your heart, know that we are about to begin a sacred process of inner alchemy that goes far beyond simple transient relaxation or conventional meditation practice. For what will be delivered to you today is cutting-edge spiritual technology, a living etheric resource. What you feel as tiredness is, in fact, the friction between your natural light and the density of the outer world. And the solution Saint Germain brings is not isolation or escape from reality, but rather the awakening of an amulet of protection forged in the substance of the violet flame, a tool that occupies no physical space, but occupies all the vibrational space around you with divine intelligence. This amulet, which already resides in a latent state within your divine potential, is capable of identifying energetic intrusions even before they touch your emotional body, acting as a perpetual guardian that transmutes lead into gold, fear into faith, and exhaustion into power, allowing you to navigate the world without being contaminated by the tides of negativity that surround you. Breathe deeply now, not just drawing air into your lungs, but inviting prana, the vital energy of the universe, to fill every gap left by weariness. And as you exhale, imagine you are shedding a heavy, rusted armor you've worn for too long, releasing the tension in your jaw, relaxing the shoulders that have borne the world, and allowing your eyelids to become softly heavy. I am here with you, holding this sacred space, and with each conscious breath you take, the rigid boundaries of time and space begin to dissolve, transporting your consciousness to an etheric amethyst temple, a place where Earth's gravity has no power, and where the only law in effect is the law of love and freedom. Notice how the air around you seems to change temperature, becoming subtly more electric and fragrant, signaling that the hierarchy of light is approaching to assist you in this ceremony of reconnection and shielding. For this amulet we are about to awaken is not something you buy or earn. It is something you become through fusion with the sacred fire. As you allow yourself to delve into this state of receptivity, it is fundamental that you abandon any need to rationalize the process, for the analytical mind, with all its doubts and linear questions, does not possess the key to open the doors to the higher realms. Only the heart, with its intuitive and compassionate intelligence, can access the frequency where the violet flame operates. Imagine that, with each beat of your heart, you are sending a pulse of consent to the universe, silently declaring that you are ready to stop being a psychic sponge that absorbs the world's pains and are willing to assume your post as an unshakable pillar of light, centered in your own spiritual sovereignty. Master Saint Germain, with his majestic presence and welcoming gaze, observes your surrender and prepares the field for the energetic surgery that will remove the accumulated debris in your aura, preparing the fertile ground where the amulet of protection will be definitively anchored. Feel the security of this moment, the absolute certainty that nothing can harm you while you are enveloped in this mantle of pure intention. For divine protection is not a wall that separates, but a frequency that elevates you beyond the reach of shadows. Focus now on the rhythm of your breath, which becomes increasingly slow, deep, and rhythmic, like the waves of an ocean of liquid light bathing the sands of your consciousness, carrying away intrusive thoughts, pending to-do lists, and worries about the future, leaving only the eternal and vibrant now. It is in this space of absolute stillness that true magic happens, where the veil between the human and the divine becomes as thin as a spider's web, allowing the violet light to begin permeating your environment, coloring the atmosphere with shades of lilac, purple, and brilliant amethyst. You may feel a slight tingling in your palms or the crown of your head, or perhaps a gentle wave of warmth that begins in the center of your chest and spreads to your extremities. And know that these are the physical signatures of high-frequency energy beginning to interact with your biology, adjusting your internal radio to tune into the station of transmutation. There is no rush here, no goals to achieve, just the sweet surrender to the flow of an energy that knows you better than you know yourself, an energy that has been patiently waiting for the moment you would say yes to your own liberation. As the density of daily life dissolves like morning mist under the sun, I invite you to visualize that, above your head, hovers a pulsating star of violet light, a spark from the great central sun that has descended specifically to preside over this activation, shining with an intensity that does not hurt the eyes, but warms the soul. This star contains the sacred geometric codes of your new amulet, and it awaits only perfect synchronization with your breath to begin its descent, bringing with it the promise of a life where protection is automatic and peace is your natural state of being. Saint Germain approaches, and the atmosphere around you vibrates with the loving authority of one who holds the power of alchemy, ready to guide each step of this journey of deep purification that precedes the installation of the shield. Feel the sacred anticipation in the air, the reverence of the angels of the violet flame who form a circle of protection around you, ensuring that this work is sealed in light and that only divine truth can penetrate this sanctuary we have created together. Observe now, with the eyes of the soul, the downward movement of that violet star that pulsed above you, beginning a slow and majestic approach towards the crown of your head, as if the sky itself were bending to kiss the earth of your being. The instant this light touches your crown chakra, an indescribable sensation of effervescence begins to course through your scalp, not like an electric shock, but like a warm, luminous nectar that infiltrates through the pores, instantly dissolving the tectonic plates of tension that have accumulated around your skull due to excessive thought and mental control. Allow this etheric substance to penetrate deeply into the cranial cavity, bathing the cerebral hemispheres in a frequency of absolute silence, calming frantic neural activity, and commanding repetitive thoughts to cease their march, creating an empty and fertile space where before there was only noise and confusion. It is a real physical cleansing, where each neuron is invited to relax and release the chemistry of stress, replacing it with hormones of peace and well-being. While I continue to hold the field, so that you can surrender unreservedly to this spiritual operation. The flow of violet light, acting as an intelligent balm, continues its gentle descent across your forehead, smoothing out expression lines formed by daily worries, relaxing your temples, and undoing the stiffness around your eyes, allowing your inner gaze to turn inward with clarity and without judgment. Feel this energy descending through your face, unlocking your jaw, where so often we hold unexpressed anger and words we swallow to avoid conflict. And notice how your mouth slightly parts, releasing the joint and freeing the passage for energy to flow freely through your neck and throat. The throat region is a critical portal of power, and as the violet flame fills this space, it dissolves energetic nodules and communication blocks, gently burning away any residue of fear of speaking your truth, preparing your vocal cords to soon pronounce the sacred decrees of protection with divine authority and resonance. You may feel a sudden urge to sigh or swallow, and this is the physical sign that stagnant energy is being dislodged and transmuted into pure light, clearing the path for the descent of power. Now, the cascade of amethyst light reaches your shoulders, a region that carries, metaphorically and literally, the weight of the world's responsibilities, the burden of family, work, and others' expectations that you have accepted to bear. In this moment, visualize Saint Germain's etheric hands gently resting on your shoulders, not to add weight, but to anchor the light and tell your physical body that it can, finally, release this baggage that was never yours by divine right. Feel your trapezius muscles melting under this masterful touch, releasing from the bones like warm wax, allowing your skeletal structure to naturally realign. And notice how this wave of relaxation descends through your arms, elbows, and forearms, reaching your fingertips, from which a gray smoke seems to emerge, static energy being expelled from your system. Your hands, now light and tingling with the presence of healing, rest in total inactivity, ready only to receive, transforming into empty chalices awaiting the filling of divine grace that is being poured upon you in this timeless sanctuary. The light's attention now turns to your spinal column, the central axis of your physical existence, and the main channel through which Kundalini force ascends and divine light descends. And you should visualize the violet flame penetrating each vertebra from top to bottom, like a sacred lubricating fluid that restores the flexibility and health of the intervertebral discs. Imagine that. Within your spinal cord, the light is rewriting codes of posture and alignment, correcting subtle deviations caused by years of defensive posture in life, straightening you not by muscular force, but by the elevation of your spiritual dignity, making you feel taller, nobler, and more connected between heaven and earth. As the light travels this dorsal path, it radiates into your ribcage, enveloping your physical heart and lungs, expanding your respiratory capacity, and clearing the alveoli of any old sadness or stale air, allowing you to breathe the fullness of prana with an ease you may not have felt in years. Your physical heart adjusts its rhythm, beating in sync with the universe's pulsation, pumping blood charged with violet light to all extremities of your body. Descending further, the energy floods your solar plexus and abdominal region, the cauldron of our visceral emotions and where the second brain processes our intuitions and survival fears. Feel a pleasant warmth, like a spiritual hot water bottle, resting on your stomach and intestines, calming any digestive turbulence and dissolving knots of anxiety that often form there when you feel threatened or insecure. The violet flame acts here as a higher digestive fire, consuming not food, but indigestible emotional impressions that have become trapped in your internal organs, freeing the liver from anger, the kidneys from fear, and the pancreas from bitterness, performing a deep detoxification that no earthly medicine could replicate. It is a bath of visceral purification, where each organ is washed, rinsed, and re-energized, recovering its original function and vibrating at the frequency of perfect health, ready to sustain the high voltage of the amulet that will soon be installed. Finally, the river of violet light reaches the base of your spine, your hips, and the pelvic region, bringing a sense of security, stability, and belonging, healing the memories of scarcity and insecurity that often reside in the root chakra. The energy divides and descends through your strong thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, dissolving the weariness from legs that have walked so much, until it reaches the soles of your feet, where it activates roots of light that penetrate the ground beneath you. Feel these roots growing vigorously, passing through the floor, concrete, and geological layers until they connect with the crystalline heart of Mother Earth, anchoring you firmly in the here and now. For true spirituality is not an escape upward, but a complete integration where the body becomes the living temple of the spirit. With this connection established, you feel a return flow, the earth's energy rising to meet the heaven's energy in your heart, creating a closed circuit of power and vitality. Now, contemplate your entire body. It no longer feels dense or heavy, but rather a vibrant, almost translucent silhouette, pulsating in unison with the violet frequency, free from pain, free from tension, and free from the static of the outer world. Every cell of your body, from the DNA nucleus to the outer membrane, is now saturated with the intelligence of the violet flame, shining like tiny microscopic stars that form a human galaxy ready for the next step. You have become a clean vessel, a sacred chalice prepared to receive the new wine of the Spirit. And as you enjoy this unprecedented bodily lightness, you realize that physical healing was merely the foundation, the necessary bedrock to support the structure of the amulet of protection. With the body at peace and silent, we can now turn our attention to the deep and often turbulent waters of your emotions, where the true battle for your inner peace often takes place, and where the violet flame will perform its deepest miracles. With your physical body now anchored in a state of deep and vibrant repose, the time has come to turn our lantern of consciousness to a more fluid, vast, and at times tempestuous territory. Your emotional body, that inner ocean where ancient feelings, forgotten hurts, and the subtle resonances of everything you have experienced or absorbed throughout your journey reside. Imagine now that the violet light, which previously coursed through your skin and muscles, begins to change consistency, becoming more liquid and penetrating, infiltrating the subtle layers of your aura like a luminous ink, dissolving in clear water, seeking out areas where energy has stagnated in the form of sadness, without apparent cause or diffuse anxiety. This is a moment of radical and safe honesty, for under Saint Germain's loving tutelage, you need not fear what is stored in the basement of your emotions. You are invited only to observe, without judging and without reliving the drama, allowing the violet flame to act as a universal solvent, cleaning the stains left by past traumas and undoing the emotional knots that impede the natural flow of joy in your life. Often, without realizing it, we walk through the world wearing emotions that do not belong to us, absorbing the anger of the driver next to us, the frustration of a co-worker, or the collective fear that permeates the news, and we end up believing that this weight in our chest is our own identity. The violet flame now springs into action to break this illusion, acting as a high-precision filter that separates your divine essence from external emotional dust. And you can visualize this process as a cleansing of murky waters that, upon receiving the infusion of amethyst light, instantly begin to decant and clear. Feel the region of your heart, the magnetic center of your being, being enveloped by a gentle vortex of cool violet fire, a flame that does not burn the flesh, but incinerates pain, consuming the memories of rejection, abandonment, and loneliness that you may carry from childhood, transforming these densities into pure energy of wisdom and self-compassion. I am here holding this space so that you can release these emotional burdens with the same ease with which you release air from your lungs, surrendering them to divine transmutation without needing to understand the rational origin of each discomfort. As this sacred fire spins in the center of your chest, it begins to expand its radius of action to heal relationships and energetic exchanges that have left scars in your field, dissolving those invisible cords of attachment and manipulation that still drain your vitality even when you are far from the people involved. Visualize, with the help of creative imagination, that all emotional hooks, unmet expectations, and harsh words that have been echoing in your mind are being touched by Saint Germain's wand of light, instantly losing their attractive force and dissolving into harmless particles of neutral light. It is an act of energetic forgiveness that does not require you to agree with what happened, but that frees you from the prison of resentment, cutting the chains that bound you to the past and returning sovereignty over how you feel here and now. You perceive an extraordinary lightness taking over your solar plexus, as if a tight knot has been untied, allowing you to breathe not just oxygen, but emotional freedom, feeling whole and complete within your own skin, without the need to seek validation or solace outside of yourself. The work of the violet flame deepens even further, now touching upon those subtle emotions of self-sabotage, guilt, and unworthiness that silently operate behind the scenes of your psyche, dictating limits to the happiness you believe yourself capable of experiencing. With surgical and loving precision, the violet light sweeps through these dark corners of the soul, illuminating limiting beliefs rooted in the feeling of not being good enough and transmuting this frequency of scarcity into a vibration of real dignity and divine worthiness. Feel as if a fine rain of purple light is washing your aura from within, carrying away the soot of self-criticism and leaving in its place a radiant sensation of self-acceptance, a comforting warmth that whispers to every cell of your body that you are loved, protected, and divinely sanctioned to exist and prosper. This cleansing is not just temporary relief, but a reconfiguration of your emotional thermostat, raising the vibratory standard of your feelings so that, from today onward, joy and gratitude are your natural state and not rare exceptions in your routine. As the waters of your emotional world calm, transforming into a crystalline lake that reflects the light of the higher stars, you begin to experience what the masters call compassionate neutrality, a state where you can feel deeply, love intensely, and interact with the world, but without being swept away by the currents of others' drama. The amulet of protection, which is being energetically woven at this very moment, will use this emotional stability as its main battery, ensuring that, even in the face of external chaos, your inner center remains unshakable, like the eye of a hurricane that maintains peace while everything spins around it. Notice how the silence within you has changed in quality. It is no longer an empty or solitary silence, but a filled, rich, and living silence, pulsating with the presence of the violet flame that now freely circulates through your emotional veins, nourishing your soul with the certainty that all is well and that you are safe. In this state of renewed grace, prepare to raise the frequency another octave, for with your body relaxed and emotions purified, we are ready to access the higher realms of mind and spirit, where the amulet will finally be activated and sealed with codes of power. Saint Germain observes your progress with a smile of approval, knowing that the emotional cleansing you have just performed has opened space for the true magic of divine protection to settle in, not as a defense based on fear, but as a natural emanation of your own inner light that now shines without obstructions. Breathe deeply, anchoring this sensation of liquid peace in your heart, and feel grateful for having had the courage to look within and allow the transformative fire to do its sacred work, leaving you lighter, clearer, and infinitely stronger. Now that the waters of your emotions reflect the serenity of a sacred lake and your physical body rests in total surrender, we ascend the spiral of consciousness to enter the domain of the mental body, that vast atmosphere where your thoughts, ideas, and beliefs orbit incessantly. It is here, on this plane often saturated by the cacophony of disconnected information and collective noise, that the violet flame will perform its most sophisticated work, acting as a laser of clarity that dissipates the fog of confusion and restores the sharpness of your inner vision. Imagine that the violet light, now vibrating at a most subtle and rarefied frequency, begins to permeate the aura around your head, penetrating the geometric structures of your thoughts and identifying repetitive patterns of self-limitation, paralyzing doubts, and those critical voices that insist on telling you that you are not capable. Saint Germain, the master of mental alchemy, invites you to observe your thoughts not as absolute truths, but as fleeting clouds that, upon being touched by this sacred fire, instantly dissolve, revealing the infinite blue sky of your higher mind, free from conditioning and open to divine inspiration. As mental purification progresses, you begin to feel an energetic cranial expansion, as if the limited boundaries of your human intellect are opening to access the vast library of universal wisdom, connecting with the mind of God, where all solutions already exist, even before problems arise. The violet flame sweeps away the psychic cobwebs formed by intellectual stress and the sensory overload of the digital age, creating a fertile silence where intuition can finally be heard with crystal clarity, loud and clear, guiding your steps with infallible precision. Notice how the quality of your thoughts changes. They cease to be reactive and accelerated, becoming contemplative, luminous, and aligned with your higher purpose, creating a mental coherence that is the fundamental basis for any spiritual protection to sustain itself. I am with you as your mind becomes a cut diamond, capable of reflecting light without distortions, and it is in this state of supreme lucidity that we begin to weave the vibrational structure of your amulet. Visualize now, in the sacred space just ahead of your third eye or in the center of your chest, particles of violet and golden light beginning to coalesce, attracted by the magnetism of your pure intention and guided by Saint Germain's etheric hands. They dance and spin, drawing perfect geometric shapes in the air, amethyst spirals and circles of fire that intertwine to form the structure of your amulet of protection, an object not made of dense matter, but of crystallized consciousness. See it taking shape. Perhaps it appears as a radiant Maltese cross, a 1,000-petaled violet lotus flower, or a pulsating sphere of liquid light. The exact form is the one your soul recognizes as sacred and powerful. This is not a static symbol. It is alive. It breathes and pulses in sync with the rhythm of the universe, and each facet of this amulet has been programmed to recognize your unique energetic signature, responding only to your command and serving exclusively your evolution and security. The amulet now hovers before you, emanating waves of warmth and power that make your entire auric field vibrate in sympathetic resonance, and Saint Germain approaches for the final act of consecration, raising his staff of power to transfer codes of spiritual sovereignty directly into the core of this creation. Feel the intensity of the moment, the sacred weight of responsibility, and the joy of liberation, for this shield has been forged to automatically transmute any unqualified energy that tries to enter your space, converting hatred into love, envy into blessing, and chaos into divine order, even before these frequencies touch your skin. It is an intelligent guardian that operates 24 hours a day, a silent sentinel that watches over the boundaries of your being while you sleep, work, or enjoy yourself, ensuring that your light remains untouched and bright. As you contemplate this energetic marvel, you understand that protection does not come from the fear of being attacked, but from the absolute certainty that your vibration is sovereign and inviolable. With a gentle gesture of your will, the amulet begins to move towards your body, floating gracefully until it rests upon your heart chakra or solar plexus, where it silently merges with your energetic structure, clicking into place like the final piece of a cosmic puzzle. At the moment of integration, a shockwave of pure violet light gently explodes from your center, expanding outwards in concentric spheres that pass through your physical, emotional, and mental bodies, sealing your aura in an impenetrable egg of protection. You feel an immediate change in the density of the air around you. You are inside a portable sanctuary, a chamber of vibrational isolation that allows you to be in the world, but not of the world, observing external drama through the translucent walls of your own light, untouched and centered. Now, connected to the I Am presence, your eternal divine identity, you realize that the amulet is not something separate from you, but an extension of your own recovered divinity, a tool that amplifies the power that has always resided within you, but was dormant. Saint Germain smiles, for he sees that the fusion is complete. You are not just wearing protection. You have become the violet flame in action, a living pillar of transmutation that, wherever it goes, elevates the vibration of the environment without needing to say a word. Feel the strength of this new armor of light, light as a feather, yet resistant as a diamond, and know that from this instant, any attempt to drain your energy will be futile, for you are sealed in the sacred commitment of spiritual freedom. At this apex of spiritual connection, where the mind is clear, the heart is clean, and the spirit is shielded, we prepare to anchor these codes into the practical reality of your daily life, bringing this mystical experience down to the ground of your everyday existence. Breathe in this new reality. Appropriate this strength. Feel the dignity of being who you are, protected and loved beyond measure, ready to receive the final instructions on how to operate this divine technology in the world of form. With the amulet of protection now perfectly fused to your energetic matrix, vibrating in unison with your heartbeat, Saint Germain approaches once more to hand you the operational keys to this spiritual technology, for it is useless to possess a divine shield if we do not know how to activate it in moments when the world's density tries to invade us. He teaches that this amulet responds to the voice of command, to the authority of the spoken or thought word with firm intention, and now reveals the 4 master decrees that will serve as instant triggers to activate different levels of defense in your daily life. Store these codes in your cellular memory, for they are the password to access the infinite reserve of power that now resides in your chest. The first command is for the start of the day or moments of mild tension. I now activate my violet amulet of protection. As you utter these words, visualize the amulet spinning and expanding a bubble of soft light around you. Use this upon waking, before leaving home, or when entering work meetings, preemptively establishing your vibrational territory and declaring to the universe that, on that day, you choose to vibrate at the frequency of light and not in the oscillation of collective chaos. The second command is an emergency tool, designed for those moments when you feel a sudden drop in energy, a psychic attack, or an unexpected emotional invasion, as if something has instantly sucked your vitality. In such cases, with mental firmness and without hesitation, decree, violet flame, transmute everything now. This is a command for immediate cleansing, a direct order for the sacred fire to incinerate any dissonant energy that has adhered to your field, acting as an instant light bath that restores your balance in seconds. Feel the power of these words. They are not a request for a favor, but a determination of your divine will. And by using them, the amulet will react with an intense pulse, sweeping away negativity and cutting unwanted energetic cords before they can take root in your system. It is your sword of light, ready to be drawn whenever you feel that the environment is becoming too toxic or heavy to bear with human strength alone. For situations of extreme density, such as being in uncontrolled crowds, hospitals, or environments laden with pain and conflict, Saint Germain delivers the 3rd level of activation, a command for total shielding. From now on, seal my field in violet light. Any intrusive energy will be expelled. Only divine energies may flow within me. Visualize as you say this, that your amulet creates multiple layers of protection, like the petals of a steel and light flower closing around you, making your field impenetrable to any vibration lower than love. And finally, the 4th and deepest command, which is not just a protection, but an affirmation of your true cosmic identity. I am divine protection in action. Use this mantra to remind yourself that safety does not come from outside, but emanates from the God that dwells within you. By vibrating this phrase, you cease to be a potential target and become a radiant source, a powerhouse that, instead of defending itself from the dark, simply dissolves it by its mere luminous presence. Now, allow these instructions to settle into your subconscious mind, knowing that you will not need to make an effort to remember them, for they will surface naturally whenever the need arises. The intense energy of the activation begins to soften, transforming into a constant and comfortable feeling of security, as if you are wearing a second skin made of confidence and peace. Saint Germain, having fulfilled his mission as master and initiator, places his hand on your shoulder one last time, sealing all the work done in this session with a golden symbol that shines for an instant and then is absorbed by your aura. He looks into your eyes with a love that transcends ages and silently whispers that you are never alone, that the violet flame is a living ally that will walk beside you in every step of your earthly journey, awaiting only your command to act and transform the reality around you. Slowly and gently, we begin to prepare the return of your consciousness to the physical vehicle, bringing with it all the baggage of light that was acquired in the higher spheres. Feel the weight of your body in the chair or on the bed. Perceive the temperature of the environment touching your skin, and begin to deepen your breath, filling your lungs with the air of the here and now, but noticing that it seems sweeter, more vital. Gently move your fingers and toes, reconnecting nerve endings, slowly stretching as one awakens from a 1,000-year restorative sleep, feeling renewed, restructured, and deeply aligned. Do not rush to open your eyes. Savor these last moments of integration, where the spiritual and physical worlds overlap, and anchor the certainty that, upon opening your eyes, you will not return to being the same person who began this meditation. You return as a guardian of the flame, bearer of an amulet that no one can see, but that the entire universe feels. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes, allowing the ambient light to enter, and observe how colors seem more vivid, how the contours of objects appear sharper, a reflection of the internal cleansing that has clarified your lenses of perception. The world outside remains the same, with its challenges and noises, but you have changed. Your vibration has changed, and the way you interact with reality has been irrevocably transformed. From now on, no longer allow external situations to dictate your state of mind. Remember that you have control, you have command, and you have the amulet. Test it, use it, play with this new ability to transmute the environment, and see with your own eyes how life becomes more fluid and gentle when you assume your energetic sovereignty. And now, as a final act of anchoring this energy into matter, I invite you to materialize your experience through a concrete action. If you felt Saint Germain's presence, if you felt the warmth of the violet flame or the lightness of liberation, do not keep it only to yourself. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving these soul-strengthening activations, and leave your like as a sign of gratitude to the universe for the healing received today. Even more importantly, go down to the comments and write, "I am divine protection in action." By writing, you are signing a physical decree, making a contract with your own power, and inspiring other seekers who will read your words to also find their light. Share how you feel now, for your story is part of the collective healing. We are a legion of light, walking together under the violet ray, and it is an honor to have you in this egregore. Stay in peace, stay in light, and remember, you are, and always will be, divinely protected.